Hi, I'm Vince Warren with Field Optics. We'll be describing today some of the many accessories that you can create or configurations that you can build with our Bolt-Top series tripods. I'll be using our Pro series tripods as our example, but you can do exactly the same thing with our BT Precision as well. First of all, let's talk about the basic definition of a Bolt-Top tripod is. I've got one right here. This is one of our BT Precision ground tripods, and you can see there's a hole in the middle and there's a little disc here on top, or a bowl. That's why they call it a bowl-top. There is no center tube that you're more familiar with in other type tripods. What this is a style of tripod that was designed to allow you to level your camera to the horizon. Let me demonstrate. You begin with a tripod, a bowl, and you have a disc. This is a 75mm radius, as is the disc, and they match, and they kind of create a little hemisphere that you could slide around and make level. Let me show you here. I have one already set up. This is our Pro 32 series. So I've added the disc to the frame and then attached a handle on the bottom. The rest of the world calls this a leveling base, because that's what you do, is you go where you want to go, find the level, and then lock in your handle, and then you're done. You don't normally touch it beyond that. Then what you do is pick up a head of some kind, and you attach that to your disc. Here I have a very, very large ball head. Here's our 55mm ball head. So you'd screw that on, lock that in, and now this is the method for making adjustment to whatever you attach to there, whether it be a camera, a spotting scope, or a rifle. Well, we evaluated this concept and decided that's an old photography method. We are focusing more for the outdoor guys and even the shooting community, and we've eliminated the head. That's a bad idea. It costs extra and you don't need it. Because what we've done is we've built the head into the frame. This handle is spring-loaded. It therefore makes it dynamic. So you never lock this down. This is your head. So let me show you how you would do that. You could use a number of our accessories that can attach to the disc. This is our ASFPL, Arca Swiss F Picatinny lever clamp. The way it attaches is we have a V-groove ring that goes around the disc. Same groove attaches to the ASFPL, and it's connected by a removable band. The band is simply a clamp system, and you just snap it on, replacing the tension screw. And now what I've created is a dynamic panning axis on top of a bolt disc. So this allows for dynamic motion of the head system independent of the bowl, which is really cool when you want to track moving targets. It's really quite amazing. If you don't want this panning axis option, you can use our integrated bowl. Here I have exactly the same system, only I have the disc and the ASFPL integrated into one system. But typically the PRS shooter, the long-range shooter, he would prefer this because he's doing more static shooting. He's not necessarily trying to chase a hog as it runs out of a field. First thing I have here is another accessory that's available. This attaches in between the ASFPL system and the disc. So you can see I've already attached it through our band clamp system. Here is the disc, and by simply attaching this together, I have now created a little extra riser assembly. This happens to be our 4-inch riser, which is awesome because when you put it in, it becomes actually a handle that you can hold of if you really want to. Most people don't, they hold down below, but it does give you that option. It gives you an extra 5 inches of rise if you need that, because if you're a really tall person, that might work for you. The point is we have a number of different risers that you can put in between and create any type of assembly that you want. Okay, I've shown you a lot of cool ways that how these tripods can be reconfigured to use them whichever way you wish. Let me show you how that actually works in the end. But first, let me show you a little bit of difference here, which is that these Pro 32 and the Pro 39 are very similar but different. Pro 32 has removable legs, whereas the Pro 39 does not. And from here, you can do several different things. You can, one thing is add leg tube extensions by simply adding our little 12-inch riser here. You can put it in between the leg and the main hub, or you can apply the same riser at the foot. After you've screwed them together, this tripod now becomes quite tall. If you have a really steep downhill configuration situation, this is a great way to help solve that problem. You carry these tubes in your bag, carry 1 or 3, whatever works, because you can build your own tripod. You can also just simply remove the leg all together and just use the set of 3 risers, and look what you have now. Now you have a 12-inch tall tripod, or what we call a ground tripod. So you can build the same system that we sell here out of this by just simply adding the 12-inch leg tube extensions. We've put the tripod back together. Now let me show you how well this system works with a weapon attached. I've got a really awesome weapon right here. It's one of my favorite. This is our Ruger Precision in the 6.5 Creedmoor. Absolutely love this gun. And you can see we have equipped here with both a Picatinny and Arca Swiss rail adapter. Because of our ASFPL can accept either one, we can just drop in straight on. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Picatinny level. We'll clamp it in, and there you go. You're locked and loaded. And now the gun is integrally connected to the tripod. So by now using my tension control system, I can lock it in right there, but watch this. I can still move it anywhere I want to go, and the gun does not fall over. If I want to go into dynamic mode, again, I pan on top. This is fantastic for, as I said, chasing that hog off the field at 200 yards. It's almost impossible to simulate this near as well as you can with any other system. I also want to mention one last feature about the Pro Series specifically, which is not part of the BT Precision, which kind of makes them separate, is our Titan leg lock system. What you see here is, here's your normal leg angle locks that you can adjust to get your various angles, like every other tripod does. But in this case, we also have our Titan leg lock. After you dial up the lock system, now the lock cannot retract, and this leg is solid in both directions. This is really cool because when you're shooting and that recoil comes at you, the leg does not collapse as it would if it didn't have the lock installed. So for high caliber weapons or for full auto, semi-auto, there's nothing better than using that in the Pro Series. Well, that's just a start of all the different ways that you can configure our tripods. I use the Pro Series here, but nearly everything that I showed you can also be done with the BT Precision. Hey, thanks a lot, and remember, at Field Optics Research, we really do make cool stuff.